And yeah, I already mentioned The Apparition, which I'm shooting in the fall, that Joel Silver's Dark Castle Warner Brothers is putting out. And the main reason connection to this panel here is that directly after that, I'm producing and directing The Nye Incidents, which is an adaptation of Whitley Strieber's graphic novel. And I had found that through Josh Blaylock at Devil's Due Publishing, and I had read it, and it scared the hell out of me, and I was always a huge fan of Whitley's growing up, and Communion, and his great short stories, and so I, optioned that, and we also took that into Dark Castle and Warner Brothers, and Joel Silver and Andrew Rona and Alex Heineman there all got it, and Daniel Alter, who I was working on Hackslash with for a while, he was a producer on that, and he jumped over to this. So yeah, that's the plan. The Apparition in the fall, and then we'll follow it up with The Nye Incidents. I've constantly hanging out with Whitley and bugging him and asking him every question about aliens and the unknown, and so that's next.
Well, that's my story, so that's it. Besides The Nye Incidents, let's see, in terms of movies I have in development, The Key, a book I wrote a few years ago, or transcribed a few years ago, that sells only on my website, which is unknowncountry.com, and it's interesting, and there's some Australian filmmakers going to make it into a movie. There's a book called The Communion Letters, based on all of these letters that people sent us after I wrote Communion. 500,000 people sending these letters in about their own experiences, and you read these letters like Anne, my wife, did, and I did to some extent. You realize there's something going on in this world that we do not understand at all. And so that movie's in development. The movie The Greys, based on my novel, is in development. I have a book coming out in I think I have a book out now called, let's see, what's it called? Oh yeah, Critical Mass. I do a lot of stuff. I'm a busy boy. Critical Mass is out now in hardcover. It'll be out in softcover, I guess, in the summer. It's about nuclear terrorism. I have a book coming out in May called The Omega Point, which is it deals with the question of what would it be like if the world actually did end. What would happen to us? And I finished the manuscript and gave it to the publisher. The editor called me and said, "Hey, listen, I love it. It's just incredible, but the ending is a little depressing." And I said, "Well, what you want me to write a book about the..." He called me up and said, "Write a book about the end of the world. We won. Barnes & Noble, everyone wants a book from you about the end of the world." And I write a book, and then you say the ending is too depressing. What am I going to do? So I figured out how to make the ending of the end of the world really, really depressing, and that shut him up. No, it's actually going to be an interesting book.
Okay. We only got a couple more seconds here before they take out the hooks and get us out of here.
I'm going to use your microphone this time.
Thank you.
My day job is I own a company called Halo 8, which is a production distribution company. And we put out horror films and punk movies and anti-establishment documentaries. And we are really excited about the illustrated film format that we've been putting together with GodKiller, which comes out in September. So next year, we're going to do probably 4 new titles that'll be comic books that we're going to turn into illustrated films as well. And we have some really cool horror stuff coming up, Zombie, Dead on Arrival, and Pop Skull. Oh, and we're doing signings the next couple days. Danielle Harris, Bill Moseley, Nikki Klein from Battlestar Galactica, signing GodKiller, and Zombie and Pop Skull signings in our booth number 430. So come down and say hi.
Got a couple of things happening. Just shot a TV pilot about monsters that I can't tell you about yet, but it'll be airing soon. I have about 5 to 6 movie deals that I'm currently in development on, one of which I'm directing. There's I, Frankenstein, ZMD, something I wrote I'm going to direct called The Pale Horseman. Working on a movie about aliens versus knights, that came out a couple of years ago, a comic I did called Alias Rex. working on something with Gail Ann Hurd's company that I can't talk about right now. I also have a new comic book out. It's all ages, but in the theme of monsters. It's basically the classic Monsters meets Transformers. So.
Say, wait, what?
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. It's done.
Dracula wants what's in my head.
Stick it in my chest.
So it's called Monstroids, and it's being put out by Ape Entertainment. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So check it out.
Great. And I'm going to throw out a quick plug of my own. I've got 3 miniseries coming out from Blue Water Comics. One is a sequel to The Tingler, Vincent Price movie. The other one is a one-shot about Witchfinder General, another Vincent Price movie. And it's a 4-issue miniseries for Death Sport, all for Blue Water. So, and ain't it cool news? So I want to thank everybody here. Thanks for coming out. Appreciate it. And that's it. Thanks a lot, folks.
And thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thanks for coming.